put nitrous on the car, and we made about 1,000 horsepower with nitrous. And I was like, man, this is awesome. Let's see what it does now. So then I went back to the drag strip and I went 9s. I went mid-9s easily. And then right around that time, unfortunately, the car went boom. And I decided to remove myself from the previous shop because they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know what they were doing.
What? What? I was the first shop to work on the car. Oh my God, it must have been me. But yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, do I? I don't know what I'm fucking doing when I'm building a race car. You know, kind of like yours. You know, kind of like the one that made 1,000 horsepower on nitrous. Kind of like the one that ran 930s at almost 150 miles an hour. Fastest ZL1 in the entire country. The entire country on a cam only boost and a nitrous shot. The same one that you never paid me for. You know, that one. I've been here trying to be the bigger freaking man and let you talk your shit, your rhetoric, and all this other fucking crap, ruining a lot of fucking things for me, to be honest. And the nice thing about this is, you know, when you have nothing else to lose, it doesn't matter anymore. It does not matter anymore. And that's why I'm making this video, because I don't fucking care. I don't care. So we're gonna spice it up here a little bit. We're gonna have a little talk. We're having a little chit chat about the ZL1 that I supposedly blew up, that wasn't even on my freaking dyno, mind you. It was on another shop's dyno. And out of respect for that other shop, I'm not gonna mention their name because I don't really have a problem with them. They did their thing, I did my thing, it is what it is. But the guy that's here, very responsible for the whole situation, is you know who? Good old Guitarmageddon ZL freaking 1, which it's really sad to have to talk about this. It's really freaking sad that I have to bring this up in YouTube conversation because it's not necessary. This is like 3 freaking years ago. And I don't know, maybe he forgot. Maybe he forgot, but I don't understand why he needs to bring up old past news of shit that's been done and dealt with and over with. Like, I don't freaking get it. So here we go, ladies and germs. Here we go. So basically, a little backstory if you don't know. If you watch the videos from 2-3 freaking years ago, Guitarmageddon ZL1 and I, we're friends. We were actually freaking friends. Him, I, and Street Speed 717, we had a great thing going, a great relationship going. I worked on their cars. They went fast. They made horsepower. It was great. Somewhere along the lines, I don't know if a bug went up Guitarmageddon's freaking ass and bit him or something. I have no freaking idea, but he decided to take his car to another shop, which put it on the dyno, and for whatever reason, it went kaput. We're going to get to that here in a minute because it was blamed on the nitrous, which I know for a fact it wasn't the nitrous, and I'll explain to you why it wasn't the nitrous, guys. Good old history lesson here, and a little bit of mechanical background for anybody that knows anything about freaking nitrous and let's say hydro locking. He told me, he's like, hey, I'm going to take my car over here. I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, just, you know, whatever. It is what it is, you know? He was pissed off. I don't freaking know why he was pissed off. Maybe it was because he missed his appointment with Jeremy Famato's tuning down in Gettysburg, and I took the spot with my red Trans Am. Regardless, he takes it over to the other shop. They put it on the dyno. Boom, pops. But you know what happens? It doesn't pop in a nitrous pop. It pops in a hydrolock pop because it bent the freaking rod in the engine. Bent the rod. Nowhere in history has nitrous oxide ever bent a rod, dude. Never. So don't give me that bullshit crap. It's never been a rod. End of freaking discussion. It'll melt pistons. It'll crack ringlands. It'll do dumb shit like that. But it doesn't bend a rod. But I come to find out later on that the car was getting kind of hot on the dyno. And they shut it off and let it cool down a little bit. And then whoop, go to start it back up again and clunk, 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 clunk. Bent rod. Bent freaking rod. That's called hydro locking. Hydro locking. That means the head lifted up off the engine, guys. Water got in, antifreeze got in to the cylinder. And when you go to start a car back up again, guess what? Water doesn't like to go places. And boom, bends a freaking rod. End of discussion. But yet I get blamed. I get blamed and ridiculed and taught and bitched at for a shot that was in the car, which was a 300 shot, supposedly. I don't know, okay? I'm be honest with you, I don't know, because we're gonna get to that at the end of this video too. Believe me, you're gonna wanna stick around for this shit. You're gonna wanna stick around for it. So anyways, good old Guitarmageddon ZL1, he calls me, and he's like, hey man, blah, blah, blah. Did you hear? I'm like, yeah, I heard from Street Speed 717 that your car blew up on the dyno. Kind of what I told you might happen if something's not done right. Well, here we freaking go. Kaboom. He's like, well, what do you want me to do? You took it to another shop. You took it to another shop and it blew up. How is that my fault? The car ran great for 6-8 months. What? We went to events. We street raced on the street. You were pulling your parachute, doing nitrous pulls, all kinds of fun shit. Never had an issue. Never had an issue. Even though you say it had issues, it did not have issues. One of the issues you had was not pushing down the gas pedal far enough and not activating the nitrous. And going down the track, you were lifting a little bit, which was disengaging the nitrous. We figured that out real quick, didn't we? I remember that day. So now the car's blown up. And what do you want me to do about it? You took it to another shop. Not my problem anymore. You took it to another shop. Oh my God, if I remember correctly, I actually offered to tune the car one last time for you on the dyno. I think it was on a Tuesday when I went back with Mike to tune his Nitrous C5 that Send Steve now owns. I remember that now. Oh my, how could I have forgotten? How have I forgotten? You said no. You said no, I don't want you to tune it. I'm going somewhere else. They're gonna treat me perfect, and they're gonna treat me how I'm supposed to be treated. Supposed to be treated for free work? Dude, I did 1.5 years of free labor for you and gave you parts at cost. I didn't make a cent, and I was paying max to work on your car every single week that you brought it in. I was putting you ahead of other customers, which was wrong on my part. I should have never done that, and I damn well should have charged you, and I didn't. And I didn't, because I thought we were friends, dude. I thought we were friends, and I thought you had my back, because I had your back, and I helped you out with everything, with your stupid Jeep, going down to Camaro Fest, renting the trailer, towing it down for you, all this stuff. Me, because I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. And you went and you gave me the beans. You gave me the beans with freaking no lube whatsoever, actually. So you made your video talking shit on me, making me look bad, even though you didn't mention my name, which I really don't freaking care. But you didn't need to. Everybody on YouTube, every single Camaro owner, Corvette owner, everybody on YouTube knew I was the one that worked on the car. Me and me only. Nobody else touched that car except for me. So you knew exactly what you were doing, and you were being so extremely malicious about it, it wasn't even funny. Tell me how a car runs perfect for 9, 8 months, 6 months, 7 months, whatever. Drag racing events, street driving, racing on the street, spraying its ass off here, there, on the dyno, making 1,000 horsepower every single freaking time. And then on the first nitrous pull, it bends a rod. It lets antifreeze into the cylinder, lifts ahead, and bends a rod. Tell me, how's that my fault? How do I deserve to be treated like shit as a friend? To be treated like shit? How do I deserve that? I don't deserve that, dude. And it's freaking wrong of you. You should be ashamed of yourself. If anybody remembers, he was getting a shit ton of hate for basically throwing his friend under the bus, his actual friend under the bus that helped him, that was there for him, that would pack up his kids at nighttime and drive to Harrisburg to help do stuff for him because he was in desperate need. You know, that guy, instead of actually spending quality time with his children, he was running around helping somebody, which I didn't even need to freaking do, but I did it out of the kindness of my heart. It's so freaking sad. So sad, because we had such a great thing going. The 717 crew had such an amazing freaking thing going, and somebody had to throw a wrench in it. They had to grab a wrench. They had to go grab a wrench. Not having a good time anymore. I sat back for years and got ridiculed. I sat back for years and didn't say a word to anybody except for Mike and Send Steve and a few other close friends about this whole situation, because I didn't want to accelerate it. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to hope, okay, maybe it just would go away. Maybe he would just forget about it. Blah, 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 blah. Nope. Could not forget about it. Still got to hold a freaking grudge. And that's fine. That's okay now. But I'm not shutting up any longer, dude. Of course, he's getting all kinds of hate on YouTube for throwing his friend under the bus and putting a wrench in the whole 717 crew. Getting nagged, getting bitched at, hated on, whatever. You created your own little pot of soup there. That's all you, boo. That's all you. But then he's like, I want to come down and I want to talk to you about this whole situation, and we need to make a video. Okay, cool. I thought it was like, whatever, no big deal. Come on down. You come down to my shop in Ephrata while Max is working there, and you start yelling at me like I'm a 3-year-old child in front of my employee, Max, and you're screaming at me like you're like stomping your foot like you're a 5-year-old kid that didn't get his lollipop or something. And like talking to me about this and talking to me about that and this, that, and the other thing. And then you're threatening me. You were threatening me in my freaking shop. In my shop, telling me if I didn't make that video for you or with you, the next day you were gonna put out even worse videos of me. So there you go, guys. Now you know the truth. I was literally threatened to do what he wanted me to freaking do. It was all fake. It was all fake and orchestrated. I did it out of pure fear at the time because I thought things were gonna get worse, and I did not want them to get worse after being threatened about it. Literally threatened. You don't believe me? Ask Max. He will tell you the freaking truth. Tell you the freaking truth. But I was threatened. So I was like, shit, okay, well, he's gonna do bad videos about me. I'm gonna lose everything. I've already lost everything. So he comes down the next day and we make the video. And I play good little DFR guy making the video. No, guys, we're totally okay. Nothing's wrong here, everybody. Smile, smile. It was all lie. It was all bullshit, cockamamie, fake lie to make him look good because he was getting so sick of people ragging on him for throwing a friend under the bus. And I took the fucking heat for it. I took the heat for it still. And then of course, this latest, greatest video of talking about the history of his car. Dude, you didn't need to mention me. You didn't need to mention the first shop that didn't know what they were doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it a long freaking time. I've built multiple 6, 7, 8, 1,000 horsepower cars, and I have never had one car blow up under my care. Not one car has ever blown up. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that is one thing I am so freaking proud of. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you how proud I am of that. But that is one thing that makes me very proud. They've gone to other shops, things have gotten messed up there. You know, it's so freaking sad. It's so sad that it has to end like this. It's so freaking sad that it has to end like this. Because, like I said, we had a great thing going and somebody had to throw a wrench in it because they wanted to throw a little tantrum and crap. You know, and that's not cool. That's not cool. And I'm gonna keep reiterating on that over and over again. I don't believe that I deserve the bullshit that I went through over free work that was never paid for. Oh no, I'm lying. The cam job was paid for, but I had to pull teeth to get that done. I literally had to pull teeth to get you to pay me for the cam job, the very first thing I did to your car. But everything after that, the nitrous, the fuel, everything was done for free. Hell, the one night before Camaro Fest, Max and I stayed at the shop till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. He actually went home, was so tired, accidentally wrecked his car into a field. Wrecked his car, his little Honda Civic, into a field because I was keeping him at work because you were bugging us to get this nitrous system done for Camaro Fest. That poor kid, that poor freaking kid, it was bullshit. I should have never done it. It was a mistake on my part. I should have just looked at you and said, sorry, dude, might not get done. Just might not get done. Don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm doing. Whatever, dude. What the freak ever. Don't know what I'm doing. But you know what? You don't have to bury somebody. You don't have to make somebody's life a living hell. Thank you very much, which you have helped with that greatly. For you to talk shit on me, post numerous conversations on ZL1 exclusive Camaro Facebook sites and shit is just unprofessional and freaking childish, man. It's childish. Don't worry. I've got screenshots, believe me. A lot of people contacted me on that site. A lot of business owners contacted me on that site, and they looked at me and said, yo, you know, this guy's talking a lot of shit on you. And I was like, oh, really? And they sent me screenshots after screenshots, you know, because you got me kicked off. I remember that. That was a great time. I'm like, what the hell? Can't even get on the ZL1 exclusive site anymore because somebody got me kicked off. You know what? Come to think of it, that freaking night when I was deathly ill with mono, Lyme disease, and jaundice, I should have never, ever made the attempt to drive out to Keith's pit stop to tune your car that final freaking time. I should have never done it. I should have just walked away and said, nope, I'm too sick. I can't do that for you. I can't do that. I should have. That was my mistake. That was my mistake. But then again, if I would have never come out there and done that, you would have never been the last one to check the nitrous jets in your car, by the way. I don't know if anybody knew about that. I guess not. I guess they do now. All the world knows now. I was not the last one to check the nitrous jets in your car. You were the last one to check the nitrous jets in your car, and you put the blame on me. Don't believe me? Ask Max. Just ask him, because he knows. Because on your way home, I don't know if you remember, but I do. Great little memory up here. On your way home, you called Max, bitching to him while you were made to look at the jets in your own car while I was sitting on the steps about ready to freaking keel over and die because I was so damn sick with jaundice, mono, and freaking Lyme disease all at one time after you were like begging me to go out to the dyno. You need to do this. You need to tune my car and all this other bullshit. But I did it. I did it because I thought you were my friend, but I guess not. But yeah, that's what really happened. You were the last one to check them, and you freaking know it, dude. You know it. Don't even deny it. Don't even lie about it. Don't even freaking lie about it because you were the last ones to check it. I've done too much for you. Too freaking much to be treated the way I have been treated, to go through the hell that I've been going through for the last 3 years with you. I'm done. I'm over it, dude. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Simple and plain. But this is it. I'm going to speak out now. I'm going to tell people what they don't freaking know about the truth of what's going on and stop you spreading your freaking lies about me, man. It's unprofessional. It's freaking baby. It's childish. It's freaking childish, and you don't need to freaking do it. Believe me when I tell you, everybody, there is so much more. So much freaking more. But you know what? I'm done with it. I'm done with this. I want this situation to be dead, just like his channel.